23 mile an hour. Slow down a bit, I think. I think that's over recording a bit. Feels very slow. So I've added a bit more toe out, and I think we're getting around these corners with less effort. .39. It's not a fast road, this. Not for a car like this anyway. I've only got rear wheel brakes, so discretion is required when you can't see round the bends. .40, 42, 44, 46, 'It would seem that the council have been along here since yesterday. Don't know whether they saw the video, but some of these big potholes that existed have now vanished, which is great. Well done, Dumfries and Galloway Council. The next thing is, how long will these repairs last? Going along Church Road. Only snag with a car this size is that it's got something of a thirst to match, and I checked the price of Brent crude oil this evening, and it's $117, which is pretty near the recent peak, if it isn't actually the peak. So it's not going to be coming down at the pumps, I fear, until it starts flowing out the Strait of Hormuz. So yeah, Probably shouldn't be going too far or too fast. $37. $39. Well, I would say it's turning into the bends with less effort, and it's not wayward at all. So I haven't overdone it, as once you reach the point where you've got a bit of toe out rather than toe in, with a solid axle and the tie bar behind it, you can start wandering about in the road, and that's not good. You do want that directional stability. Otherwise you're steering it the whole time. Within reason, it should be able to find its own line on a fairly level, straight road. I would say for the 101-year-old car, it's up to the mark, really. The steering, though, with 1.6 turns from lock to lock is very fast, and it would be nice if it was 2, I think, but changing that, quite a difficult job, in fact. So we're now turning out onto the road that leads along to the A75. That was the old Bridge of Ayr. So I'm trying to keep my head down, because wearing this head cam, I'm apt to get a view of the hood rather than through the windscreen. We're doing 40 at the moment, but these back roads are not the smoothest. They're really just tarred and chipped rather than properly laid. There's some sections that have been properly relaid, but generally they're just old roads that have been resurfaced with spraying tar and putting chippings on most of the time. So they develop a lot of unevenness, even if they're not potholed. However, we should be glad that there are no potholes on it, as far as I can see. Really are the bane of drivers' lives these days, and vintage cars are no exception, really. None of them get any favours from hitting potholes. Although probably when this car was new, outside of city limits, it was dirt roads in America and Australia and probably New Zealand. So this is an Australian car, but made in Detroit, Michigan. So coming along to the A75, and to complete the loop we're making a left turn here. A chance to get a bit more speed up, a bit smooth and fairly straight. It's the one road in the region, really, the trunk roads that are maintained by the government are somewhat better, as they should be. Right, we're going to get out here without having to stop, which is nice. There we go, third gear. we're sitting at an indicated 50 miles an hour, which 51 in fact. Yeah, I'm not getting any undue wheel wobble or anything. I would tend to say that that might be the sort of safe speed for this kind of car. Maybe 55, but especially when you've got no traffic in front, there's no chance of somebody suddenly braking in front of you or anything. Dry road. But I've driven this type of car over many years, and when you've only got rear wheel brakes, they're quite powerful, but discretion is required. You can lock them up fairly easily, so your margin of safety is to keep well back from other vehicles. Yeah, 53, 54, 55. Yes, the hood's beginning to flap. Yeah, that's probably about as hard as I want to go, really. Until I get to know the car better. And to be honest, there's more pleasure in going a bit slower. You don't have to be quite as vigilant